What is up, y'all?
Happy
How
Friday.
Are we doing? Yeah, this is a wonderful Friday.
Giggity.
Hey, thanks for
Interesting
joining
choice.
us on the live stream. Who do we got sitting here on the couches?
Chase.
Chase Brashears.
Yeah, we got Emmett, aka E3 Smooth.
Nice. Over here.
My name is Elijah. Hi.
And my name is Michael Henderson.
And my name is
full legal
Nathan.
name.
Nathan Daniel White.
Yes.
Man, we're going with our Christian names. It's
full
Michael and
Christian.
Nathan.
All right. It's Friday, boys. Let's go. Ty Burns. Man, old Ty Burns is faithful.
Ty Burns, yeah, man.
He's faithful.
Yeah.
Bless him.
That's awesome.
All right. Of course, we have the Nate White
back to
fan
it.
club from last week,
Yeah.
which
man.
was later revealed to be none other than Elijah.
Just me the whole time.
So here's like a little usual suspects moment. Go back and find out that Kaiser Sose here was typing questions, and I'm like, "Who is this Nate White fan club?" And it was this guy
How do
over
they know
here
everything
typing.
about
And if you watch the video, thinking back, I was like, he was on his phone a lot. I didn't put it together in real time. But this is the Nate White fan club. See there?
See,
Yeah,
yeah.
No,
well, there he
it's
is.
just
Who
Nate's
knows?
best
man.
pal. Yeah. Hey, best pal.
Well, it's not me. It's just Nate White fan club.
You'd be a horrible Batman.
Yeah. Or Pinocchio.
Look at their faces. A horrible what? I can't hear. Batman. Yeah, we got a lot of people.
Give
in
me
the
your
store
best
today.
Batman.
Best Batman impression. Go.
Choose one.
It's more of a look, right? Just
No.
a brood.
Where is she?
Brood.
All right, Emmett, come on.
Why aren't you guys working?
Come on, Michael Henderson.
I'm Batman.
I don't know.
That's a good Michael
That's
Keaton.
pretty good, yeah.
That's a good Michael Keaton.
What I do is not a lot.
Then you got to do the whole, because they couldn't move their neck. It was
Couldn't
just
move
all
the neck.
full shoulder turn.
Yeah.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Mike.
You want to get nuts? That's great. All right.
Man.
Well, before we get started, next week, I have to tell you, in Springfield, Missouri, Tuesday, 7 p.m., we have a really cool event. What do we got going on?
We've got the Yamaha Acoustic Showcase.
Not just acoustic.
Not just acoustic.
Not just
Guitar.
acoustic.
electric.
Guitar.
Oh, did I just say? Oh, my fault. Guitar Showcase. I don't know why I said
It's
acoustic.
Elijah's
I
second
don't know
day.
either.
Yeah.
He's new.
Last time on this live stream, everybody.
It's okay. It was the Nate White fan club that did it.
Yeah.
No, but we got the Yamaha Guitar Showcase, and you know what I'm really excited about is having Rev Stars and there's a brand new semi-hollow body. It's going to be super chill. It's just relaxed. It's just us. We're here with you, and there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some fun things. It's not like anything other than a bunch of good friends getting together and playing some guitar.
We'll have some potpourri.
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 I didn't know nothing about that. Is that, you mean the charcuterie?
No.
Okay.
You know what potpourri means?
They're like the smell good
It's going to
stuff.
smell
Oh,
good.
you're gonna have some smell
Oh,
good
it's
stuff.
gonna
Okay.
Yamaha has its own
Yamaha
scent.
potpourri.
Yes.
Yamaha scent.
Here's a fun fact. Do you guys know what Yamaha's? Because they make a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what their first product was? The first thing that Yamaha made.
It's a piano, right?
Industrial crane.
No. We got a piano. What do you got?
Fighter planes for war.
Which war?
What do you got?
Motorcycle.
That one.
You're all wrong. The first Yamaha product ever was a reed organ.
Reed organ.
A reed
Wow.
organ.
How
Yeah.
can you read an organ?
You just sit there and go Hammond. In this case, Yamaha. No, it was a reed organ, and it was made in 1887. Later, they started making pianos, and then shortly thereafter, motorcycles. I'd love to know what the leap was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Right. You know,
Yamaha is just such a
what we
good
need.
company because it's literally like, do you want a motorcycle? Do you want a plane? Do you want a
Flamethrower.
piano? Do
Yeah.
you want an industrial-sized crane?
What about a boat motor?
We got it all.
We
Come
gotcha.
on down to the Yamaha store.
We gotcha.
So next Tuesday, we're going to have a bunch of fun. Let's see, Mr. Big Pipes.
Big Pipes.
All right.
Hey, Derek King. What's up, my brother?
Is that Derek?
Hey, Derek, I got to know, is there an extra pony in the stable?
Oh.
Oh,
Actually, is there two?
that's a
Is that a car analogy?
yes.
okay.
Okay,
yeah.
my mind's going a different way.
Congratulations on your kids, Derek.
Mr.
Yeah.
Big Pipes, we do banjo repairs.
Bring
I
it
see
down. Bring it down. We'll take
Danny
care
can
of
do
you.
'em, buddy.
Yeah.
Harmonica would have been a good guess.
Yeah, so a reed organ essentially is a giant harmonica, but you play it like a piano.
Yep.
Yeah.
And isn't their logo?
On the piano.
What's that?
Their logo isn't that a bunch of tuning forks?
Yeah,
all
the
put
logo is
together?
3 tuning forks.
That's why I thought it was piano, but
And I think it's for technology, innovation, and
boat motors.
products. Or
Yeah.
motors.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, small circuit motors.
Small
you know.
circuit. Yeah, that's fine.
He said allegedly. Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here's a question for you guys, and then after that, we'll just start talking. Okay.
Just start talking.
So I was thinking about this, and one of the things I love about this crew of people is that all of us have such different musical tastes, but also we agree on a lot of things too. And I was wondering, is there a live performance on YouTube of, it could be a band, it could be an artist, it could have been, whatever, but a live musical performance on YouTube that you would be like, man, this is one of my favorite, hits me in the feels every single time. I love this. And let's see, we'll start with Mike because he's kind of nodding his head a lot.
I am.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's like so many to think of, but if I had to pick one that like moves you and feels you because you see it and you can feel it, the Nirvana Unplugged performance, the last song where they're doing In the Pines,
Lead Belly.
and it's that whole, and he holds the note, and his eyes are closed, and he just opens them up, and it's like
Yeah,
possessed with something.
Can
It
we
hits
find
that
that on
last
YouTube,
note,
Jordan?
and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
absolutely pain or whatever is going on. There's so many things in Kurt's eyes that you see right there, and it's just the coolest way to end a song, and much less the last song he ever sang ever
Oh,
in
I
front of
remember
people.
that.
But it was massively moving.
I
So
remember-
cool.
Right when you said that, I hadn't thought about that song in years, but right when you said that, so it's actually called "Where'd You Sleep Last Night?"
Where'd you sleep last night? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
And but what's funny is the first time it's from Nirvana Unplugged. Where'd you sleep last night? The first time I actually heard that melody was in Coal Miner's Daughter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's a moment where Sissy Spacek's singing "In the pines, where the sun never shines." And then when I was a kid and I heard him going, "In the pines, in the pines,"
Yeah.
and he's like screaming at the top of his lungs. Yeah. Jordan,
So
you find
cool.
that on YouTube? So we might actually have a clip of that. I don't know if we can
That's
play
so
it.
cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Let's see.
But also it shows how cool just Kurt was. I mean, the span of music he listened to that influenced him. I mean, Nirvana
Oh, yeah.
doing Lead Belly, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Here, while we're waiting
That's
on there,
awesome.
what's old Ty Burns say, Elijah?
John
Where's
Mayer.
old time? John Mayer live at Nokia Theater. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
beautiful album, #1. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one.
Hey Ty, what's your favorite performance off of that John Mayer? And then what else we got?
I don't think I want to go to
Derek's,
LA.
What's
Uh,
Derek say?
Derek says David Derriman, The Sound of Silence live
Oh yeah,
on
there's
Conan. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
See, Jordan grabbed that. There's that Nirvana deal in the Pines. I don't know if we can do the audio or not without YouTube or Facebook deleting this forever. But can they see that picture, Jordan?
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
can.
yeah.
Look at that. Jordan, give it up for Jordan real quick.
Man.
Jordan's on it, bro.
Give it up. I don't even know how he does it.
He's a
got
technical dude.
all kinds of stuff. What's Rick Miller say there? I can't read
Larry
that.
Carlton and Robin Ford together live.
Oh,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Elijah,
then,
what do you got?
Different take. It would be Whitney Houston's version of the national anthem.
Whoa, yeah.
That's in my opinion, that's like the best.
It is the national
The-
anthem.
yeah,
you
that
know,
is.
it's
Go
the
ahead,
ones that made everything come together there.
she just kills it.
The cool story
kills
behind it too is that she never had a rehearsal with the orchestra. So they made like a CD for her, played the arrangement, and she would sing along to it with a backing track. But
Yeah.
then right before the game, it was actually too long, and the people that were in charge of the show were like, hey, actually bring it back, and it had to be about 20 seconds shorter. So it starts and it's just the snare drum, and then she's in. That was the first time she sang it like that.
Wow.
So it's
That's cool.
incredible how it all came together, and it is the national anthem.
And she just looks
It's
so
nuts.
pretty and confident and just ready to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
It's one of those things like you
Yeah.
and I were talking the other day, Nate.
Welcome
where-
in, fellas.
Where you could hear a smile on the recording, you know.
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
You can,
Right.
And you see it, you know she's smiling, but you can hear her enthusiasm and passion as she's
Oh, yeah.
doing it.
No,
it's really
that's-
cool.
No, that's great.
It's a random but excellent selection there.
That is.
Yeah.
Hey, we should read a couple comments here. We got, let's see, Chris says, would Danny Rogers be able to stain some flame maple PRS tuner buttons to match a PRS that I own? Stain some flame maple? Probably. There
Maybe,
ain't
yeah.
much that I've seen Danny have put on his plate that he couldn't tackle. Yeah, bring it by, Chris. We'll take a look
Bring
at
it
that.
back.
Hey, could you scroll real quickly? Because I think Derek had said something in there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sound of Silence live on
Conan.
David, who is
On
that?
Conan.
We'll call him Conan O'Brien, but who's the artist? David?
David
Drainman, the lead singer for Disturbed.
Oh, is that the, yeah.
Doing
no-
the Sound of Silence cover.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, my microphone's hot.
My microphone's hot too.
Did we
We're
already
all
finish
hot.
that question?
Hot mic.
No,
Hot
we're
mic.
still going around. Okay, so did you find the Whitney one on there, Jordan? You already played it? Okay, here's one for me. U2, I love U2, but I'm not like a rabid fan about it. But U2's live in Boston, Streets with No Name, and actually, oh, look at here. Look at Andy. Andy's right there with me. Boom. So U2's live in Boston. They do a song called Bad, and then Bad goes into a song called 40, and then Streets with No Name. But if you just do U2 live in Boston, Streets with No Name, man, that will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It is literally like, it reminds me of like David is bringing the Ark of the Covenant back to the city of Jerusalem. It is like, just like, he actually goes, "Wah!" and like does this like yelp of a scream at the very beginning of it. And
A yelp.
While the camera's
Y-A-L-P.
coming in, it's
Y-A-L-P.
awesome. Yeah, there it is.
Yelp.
Yeah, Jordan's got it right there. That moment
There
right
it is.
there.
right there.
And also
Well,
it's
Jordan can do that. He can pull the stuff up on the screen.
Jordan,
Right
he's
there.
got it all.
Jordan.
Man.
Yeah, and by the way, that whole concert is so beautifully shot and so like from just a standpoint of lighting and everything else, it's just amazing. What's Andy
Right
say
there.
there? Let's see. He says, no exaggeration. I picked up guitar for the first time because of U2's Bad and Pride in the Name of Love on Rattle and Hum. Oh yeah, that's a great one too. I'm with you.
Rattle and Hum was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was cool. Them doing
yeah.
something I haven't found what I'm looking for in the church.
oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
that was so cool.
Dude, so good.
That was
what,
really good.
what about you, Emmett?
So, I'm sure that not a lot of people have seen or heard this one, but we all know "Smells Like Teen Spirit." But Robert Glasper, the Robert Glasper Trio, they did that song.
Really?
Oh my gosh!
I gotta hear
beautifully.
that.
Like there's like a fusion of jazz and almost like kind of like this futuristic. You know how Taj Farrant, his first song on his album, kind of has that spacey kind
Very
of feel to
ambient,
it. Yes,
kind of Pink Floyd.
They have that in there and a little bit of rock and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
but man, like "Smells Like Teen Spirit," Robert Glasper Trio. That is probably one of the most.
Is that,
I'm
is
always,
that out there on YouTube, Jordan? He's looking. Here's what's funny. I would love for you to listen to that because a long time ago, I don't know if they're still out, but there was a piano, bass, and drums trio called The Bad Plus.
Okay.
And they did a version of "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
Oh.
Yeah, it's called The Bad Plus.
Yeah,
I'd love
you,
to.
You got
yeah.
it, Jordan. Oh,
There it
yeah,
is.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Is he singing?
No, so that's one of the guys that's in the band. He recently passed. Lord bless his soul. But incredible vocalist, and he's playing from one of those keytars and singing. So he's like chording his vocals, and but like so Robert Glass was on the keys and like auxiliary keys. They had a drummer and a bass player, and then they had this guy singing. And it was just phenomenal,
That's awesome.
phenomenal.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
So, hey, real quick, Derek King also says fuel / hemorrhage in my hands live at the Rock and Roll or the Rock and Roll. Wait,
Rock and roll.
Rock,
Hall.
The Rock Hall
Rock Hall
Hall
MTV.
MTV
There
is
we go.
another good one. Gosh, am I getting older or what? And then let's see. Oh, Andy also says the Boston show had Cry Electric Co., which was unbelievable. And then oh yeah, look, is Mr. Big Pipes Derek? Is that or is that just a whole other guy?
Hey, we're just
That's just Mr. Big
Mr. Pipes.
Hey, Mr. Big Pipes.
Mr. Big Pipes was his father.
He saw the Bad Plus at Dazzle in Denver. That's good. Chase, what do you got?
You serious? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love watching live concert stuff. So trying to think of like stuff that would put me in my feels. We talked about it a little today, but like my top two would probably be like the 2004 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction for George Harrison. And when Prince played guitar.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, all those
Yeah.
guys killed it. I mean, they were all top level performing musicians, but like he just came out here and kind of I feel like that's how guitar should be played. It was all attitude, but like you could feel every single note that he played. And it was like, yeah, that's a guitar. That's a pinnacle guitar solo. Oh, yeah. But then like stuff that puts me in the feels is definitely like the Taylor Hawkins concert that they had after he passed. Just super cool to see all the big names.
And his kids playing.
Yeah, see
Kids up there.
see all the people come out and play, but like at the end when Foo Fighters goes out and performs, like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
When you said George Harrison, the concert for George, at the end of it, is it
Joe Brown?
Joe Brown.
Joe Brown doing
Gets
I'll
up.
See You in My Dreams. I cry at that when I
Yeah.
see that. I forget. That makes me cry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they have all
It's
the like,
beautiful.
flower petals that are falling.
Talk
and
about like the ultimate funeral.
Oh, yeah, man.
Wow, cool.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
beautiful.
that's so good.
We sang that song at my grandma's funeral, and it was hard to get through it all the way.
Yeah.
Because it is such a, I don't know, you feel it. You absolutely feel it.
Yep.
It's
yeah, we are
awesome.
live. No, I agree. I love that, and there's a lot of stuff out there like that, and sometimes that's how you discover really great music. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, ukulele song being that powerful. It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's funny. I was thinking about Elijah because you said the other day you just started listening to Zeppelin.
Yes.
Where are you at with that?
I'm in 3, like midway through. Let me pull up where I'm at. So far, I like 2 the best, I think.
That's not a wrong answer.
Let me see here.
Mr. Big Pipe says Echoes live at Pompeii, Pink Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
see.
Great
So
choice.
Immigrant Song, dude, that's the cool thing about number 3 though, is it just starts out hot and heavy, and it's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
What was the story with the beginning of that song too? Because it has that. It was like they recorded it so loud, it was catching like some sort of weird pre. It was
I
like
don't know, but I believe it.
Yeah, no, there was some sort of recording mishap that happened because of the power that they came in hitting on that song. Like it bled into the track before the track
I
actually
know
starts.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's why you
I
hear
can't
that
remember the
hiss
exact
as
thing,
it
but
comes
yeah,
into
you're-
it.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
There was something recording-wise that they were doing that.
Guys
it
are
was,
so loud.
Literally,
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
Zeppelin.
It's cool. It's cool. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be starting up 4 now.
Oh,
and
buddy.
that starts out with Black Dog, which is a song I know, right? Because
Yeah.
that's like the one you know. So I'm excited to get into 4. And
You probably
Gonna
know
see where
most
it
of this
goes.
record though, because it was.
this the
like
one that kinda has,
it
like, the
is
big
kinda
hits?
The
It is.
Zeppelin
It's
record.
the
yeah.
Zeppelin record.
Yeah.
It is so good.
I'm excited though.
There's
I'll have
maybe
to let
one
y'all know.
oddball on there you wouldn't have heard, but
Which one are
yeah.
you calling the oddball?
Stairway to Heaven. Seen that.
Battle of Evermore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not oddball, other than just not on
You're
the
not
radio all
wrong.
the time.
You're
It's
not
a
wrong.
cool song, but it's you hear everything else on the radio.
Battle of Evermore
pumped.
is like that's one of those. As a kid, you hear that, and then somebody goes, "Now here's the Hobbit."
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
Well, I was telling Elijah about that. We have Led Zeppelin to thank for how big the Lord of the Rings is here because
Oh, yeah.
his music, especially when they first started doing Ramble On, was the first one that they kind of start bringing in Lord of the Rings, but like that's how
But
powerful.
Gollum, the evil one,
Yeah.
stole her away from her, or whatever. Yeah.
Was he
Ramble
really
On's my
evil, or was
favorite
he just
song so far.
misunderstood? I don't
Yeah.
know.
But-
I mean, he was consumed by his lust for the One Ring.
That's true.
Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's pretty clear, Mike.
I mean,
Oh yeah, they were just so big, and
So
he
was
was so
Frodo.
into those books that Led Zeppelin fans were like, "Well, if Led Zeppelin likes it, I have to read it." And then people bought the books everywhere. It kind of spread around. That's how we got Lord of the Rings to be as big as it was.
That's interesting. What a fantastic marketing plan.
Yeah.
Way to go, JR.
Yeah, J.R.R. Tolkien. This
Yeah.
is his plan all along.
I'll say this: going to California off of that album is one of
Oh,
those. Dude,
I can't wait for you to hear that one.
That's
great.
like, please listen to that one on a long stretch of highway.
Have a good one,
Hey, we'll
friends.
see you guys.
Take care.
guys.
Appreciate you.
That one's so good because it's like such a great song, and then you hear the absolute thunderous tree trunks of John Bonham come in with "When the Levee Breaks."
So when that was
Oh, yeah.
recorded, they recorded it in a house, and that was in the stairwell, right when you walk in the foyer, right?
Yeah.
And then I guess they had like, was it 2 microphones hanging and then one on the kick?
yeah.
This is Glenn Johns doing this, right?
Yeah, it was absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And it had a
And Page
Benson
with him,
Benson Echo device. That's how they got that thing. Somebody knows different. Please.
But it was like I think he had just gotten that kit, and some people were delivering it there for
Take care, guys.
them to use to record, and they didn't know
Y'all
where to
come
put
back,
it, so
Mike,
they
here.
just sat it in the foyer. And Bonham's like, "Oh, cool! I'm gonna try out my drum set," and goes and beats on it. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's amazing! We're leaving it here." And they recorded the whole record based off of how cool he made it sound. We just sat down and started messing around.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
been the biggest
It
thing
is
I've
awesome.
noticed is just the musicianship is
Yeah.
incredible, especially for that time. It's like it's pioneering
There's
sound.
the reason why
Yeah.
John Bonham's the GOAT.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
great, man.
Well, 4 is when I think they really come into their own too. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to hear some of that, even though you've probably heard a lot of it. It's precision. At
You
that
guys got me
point.
pumped up.
So I have
Started
a
up.
question.
Go.
What is or who is a musician or an artist that is not alive now that you wish that you were alive at the time that they were in their heyday?
Great question.
Wait a minute. So it can't be somebody who's passed while we've been alive. Is that the parameters?
I think just like someone that you can't see anymore. Like if you could see them in their prime, you can go see them now. Like peak concert, pinnacle era.
Oh man, I would have loved to have seen. I've seen a lot of my favorites. I've seen Jeff Beck. I've seen Soundgarden. I've seen, but I would have loved to have seen Jeff Buckley.
Ooh,
Jeff Buckley in his prime. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Nat King Cole.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
One of my
'cause you think about
favorites.
all the rock stars, but then it starts opening up into
Yeah.
the R&B, the soul, the
Yeah.
Motown guys, like and the crooners and
Unforgettable.
everything. I would love
Yeah, talk
to see
about
Dean Martin.
being a pioneer. Yeah, he is the first ever black man to have their own talk show, like ever, which is pretty incredible. So, like, what a pioneer!
Absolutely.
Chase, he just brought out a bucket of silly.
Bucket of
whole
silver.
bucket
Hey,
of-
somebody
That's why I
said
said it away from the
Mr.
microphone.
Big Pipe,
Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis
Oh,
is
yeah.
another
Oh, my
one.
word, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know who I'd rather like? I've got three people that I'd rather see more than Elvis. Freddie Mercury in his prime with Queen.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That would have been good.
Michael Jackson in his prime.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Michael Jackson.
come on,
and
dude.
like I said, probably like Dean Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, although
Was he ever in his prime?
I would have.
Wow, Dean
I'm
Martin
kidding.
slander on
He's
the,
awesome. But
Or
I'm
like
just saying,
Cliff Burton.
was he in his prime or was he just primed? If you know what I'm saying.
Derek said he'd like to see Stevie Ray Vaughan.
SRV.
Oh, yeah.
G.G. Allen.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's a
Oh.
great one.
Cliff
Yeah.
Oh, that'd
Burton's
be
another
cool.
big one for me.
G.G. Allen.
Who's that?
Cliff Burton.
Oh, yeah. Cliff. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I would have loved to see Bach.
Oh, wow.
man.
Taking
Bro.
it back.
Okay,
Oh,
now
yeah.
we're starting to open
Wow.
up the real. I want to see
Shaking it
Tchaikovsky.
back.
All right, come on.
Also, like, what would that have sounded like too?
Oh my gosh.
Because it wouldn't have been. I mean, it would have been a large room, but it wouldn't have
Yeah.
been like, an arena
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
You know
that.
what?
I mean,
I almost feel like it may have been like, there's people that are like, oh, the music's too loud. I bet you it was very
I
dramatic
guarantee it.
Oh,
at
yeah.
that time. You know,
yeah.
to be in a big cathedral or
That much
something like
sound
that.
going on with it.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! And then the spikes of like crescendos, and then the
Yep.
decrescendos.
Classical music played loud
Yeah.
is like intense.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is
Yeah.
really, really fun.
I saw
Just
the
turn it up and go.
Carmina Burina, the O Fortuna. You know the.
Oh
I
my
said
gosh.
that with a
Carmina
huge-
Burana. That is the whole suite. That is what
How
that
do you
piece
say
is
it?
from. Carmina Burana.
Carmina
It's the full
Burana.
piece.
Yeah.
O Fortuna is the first movement.
Sounds like
when I was
something
in
really good at
college, my
Fazoli's.
senior year, we did a president's concert where it was literally every chorus in the Missouri State Symphony performed that whole suite. And like, talk about like a cool musical moment because it's like everyone gets in, we're all wearing tuxes and stuff. It is fancy to the nines, and then you just, boom. Oh, Fortuna. And it's like you just like
It is
feel
so
everyone
intense.
around you, and it's just like.
It's like you feel like you're Conan O'Brien
Yeah.
or the Barbarian.
I feel like you're Conan
talk
O'Brien.
show host, you know. That's
I meant
just,
to say the Barbarian, but I went with it.
what about these dead guys? Am I right?
Dude, give me Marty Robbins.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
Marty Robbins.
Marty
Oh.
Robbins. Yeah.
down in the West
man.
Texas town of
that
El
is
Paso.
my yeah.
Okay, so I
That's
saw
it.
Marty Stewart and the Fabulous Superlatives perform that live in front of me, and it was breathtaking. It was breathtaking. Hey, there's some really good stuff here. So Andy says Hendrix specifically
Hendrix, B.B.
standing in
King.
front of
Oh, yeah.
front row, going deaf from a JTM 45. That's how you do it, bro.
Yeah.
Dirt King classical. Rodney Dillon. Hey, Rod said something earlier really sweet, and the comment's now buried in there, but thank you for that comment, Rod.
Yeah,
BB
Rod-
King
King,
in his
yeah.
prime would have been amazing to
Oh,
see
yeah.
that. Young
Rod,
BB
I hope
King.
you're doing well after your procedure.
Let's see. Oh, let's see. Jordan's going to scroll it back. It says, "Hey brothers, thanks for all the prayers for my wife
She gets
Cheryl."
to come home today. Oh, awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Hooray.
We love you, Rod.
Yes,
Everyone,
sir.
one big clap.
Thank you, buddy.
Hooray. Oh, I wasn't ready.
There you go.
Luciano
Oh,
Pavarotti's Newsome
don't get me
Dorman.
started with Pavarotti, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Sounds like a pasta.
Yes, dude.
Wow. Okay, come on now.
Well, hey, I
Let
was
him
a,
cook. Hold on.
I was a vocal
Keep going.
primary.
Keep going.
I got one for YouTube. Jordan, find this. Okay, this is this, and actually somebody kind of made fun of me for this.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Amy
potential
McWood's
hot
Boy,
take.
someone never heard
There,
of.
there is a performance of Newsome Dorma by Aretha Franklin.
Oh,
And here's the story. When you find it on YouTube, Pavarotti was supposed to sing it, but he got sick. And they had like a 50-person choir, and they had the whole orchestra, and it was all ready to go, and it was a last-minute deal. Aretha sings it in his key.
I got it.
And
She's so cool.
and she does all of her Aretha-isms, right? But also she gets up there and tackles it. Now there's some stuff that you can hear kind of bottoming out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like when it goes at the end, you know, Chevron, 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 all that kind of stuff. She does all of her stuff.
I'll have
And
to
Jordan,
check
did you
that out.
find it? Yeah, there it is. There it is.
cool.
You guys got to watch that.
Speaking of which, one kind of tying it back to the performances that like are super heartfelt. Celine Dion at the Olympics last year, after
Yeah,
all
that's
of
a good
her
one.
Oh,
vocal
killed it.
stuff,
I teared
that
up
was
watching
just-
that.
Which
Yeah.
we know the guy who went and played piano for her on the Eiffel Tower.
What was that?
I can't remember his name, but he comes in the store. He comes and hangs out with us. He's a local piano player and I believe educator in the
Really?
area. Yeah.
I didn't
Need to
know
meet
that.
this guy.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
You're looking at him.
I have to say, anybody I could go see in the prime, I had to think about it real hard. I first wanted to say David Bowie for obvious reasons, but Otis Redding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I don't think he even achieved his prime yet because he was taken so fast. Him
No,
and the
I
band.
agree. I
He was
agree.
just getting there. I mean, he had just written Dock of the Bay. He wasn't even at his prime yet, and we lost him. So that would have been amazing.
I've
James
been
Brown.
loving- Oh, James Brown.
Right.
buddy. In his
I would
prime,
like to see
yeah.
him fire a band.
He probably would have.
thing. You're late.
Stevie, Rod says Stevie Ray at the Uptown Theater, front table and front stage with a rack of Strats was awesome. Oh, so you
Oh
did
man,
see him.
he was. there.
Nice.
Nice. Let's go, Rod.
He's not just stating an opinion; he's stating facts.
How about this?
1992, I was 1
What's a
years
cool
old.
concert
I
that
was
you've been to
-8.
that you look back on and you're like, whoa, I got to do that. That was amazing.
What was that? Sorry.
A cool concert that you've been to that was really amazing, that was a great memory that, it's hard to believe that you got to do that.
I mean, I feel like most concerts I have been to have been like that. I don't feel like I've been to a one yet that's been like, this will be talked about for eons. It's something that's made a big impact on me, but not anything that's like, this is their top performance. Like, I got to go see My Kim in 2022. Never thought that was going to happen in my entire life. And so that was really cool, and they absolutely crushed it.
That's cool.
Who was it?
My Chemical Romance. I thought I was never going to see them. They broke up, and then they announced their reunion tour, and that's a band that got me and my sister as adults to like each other again. As siblings, you're like, can't stand you, but then that was a big band that brought us together. And so before COVID, they announced tour, and then COVID happened, and I had to wait 2 years to go see them.
Yeah. So I haven't been to too many of the big concerts, but I'll tell you a smaller concert that I got to go to literally the day before Springfield got shut down for COVID in 2020. I went to a down at, what was the place downtown?
Gilloy's?
Ballroom.
The Outland,
Ballroom.
the Outland Ballroom, and got to see Silent Planet. And there was a bunch of different bands. There was a band from like Connecticut that came all the way down to play. Dude, that was such an intense and emotionally satisfying show.
Oh, wow.
Like, and like I know a lot of people aren't crazy about like heavier rock or heavy metal stuff.
They're wrong.
But I think if you were to take the literature of that music and apply it to classical, like an orchestra, it'd be some of the most beautiful music that you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah. I always forget that Emmett loves like really heavy, down-tuned.
Oh yes.
Like Drano gargling metal.
Drano gargle.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, come in here and do your pig squeal. He's pretty good at doing some like metal vocals.
I don't know about you guys, but this live stream is making me nervous.
Taking
Mike,
a turn.
what's a show that you just? I know you've seen so many.
I've got to see a lot of cool ones. We went to the Austin City Limits Music Festivals for
Have
a
a good
while
one,
whenever
guys.
they were
See you later.
just ascending to being what they are now, but not quite as big. And so I was at a couple years where I got to see.
Who was it?
The Austin City Limits Music Festival
But who
down
was
in Austin.
the band that you saw?
Well, many, but it would have been so Gnarls Barkley. They existed for 2 albums.
Yeah.
I saw them on both tours, and it was amazing to see CeeLo and Danger Mouse together. And what's crazy is I remember seeing him the first time. Their guitar player had a Tele. He was playing looked like a Nocaster, an early '50s one. Country guitar, twangy, and he's up there doing all of that stuff and just destroying this Telecaster. I came home, went to Palin Music, and bought a Telecaster.
That's the
because
right
of that.
move.
But that's exactly
Great answer.
what happened, yeah. But the other one I have to say, too, I got to see the White Stripes on the Elephant Tour when they were ascending at like a 1,000-room arena, and it was, me and Chase to Jack White. It was incredible.
Oh, that's
With
awesome.
him and Meg, just as they were exploding, it was incredible.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What about
Wait,
you?
they
Mike?
exploded at the show.
My head did.
So a really cool one that will never, ever happen again. Actually, it was in Nashville. I was on behalf of Palin Music. We were going and checking out Pearl Drums, me and Chase Baumgart. It was a fun time. And as part of like the VIP experience that they put us on, they said they had a special guest that was going to be playing. Just so happened to be Corey Wong and the Wong Notes.
cool.
And
The
it
Wong
was
Notes.
it was so good. But the cool part about it is they played with these drumming icons. Dennis Chambers was there.
Wow.
Omar Hakim was there, as well as Pitar, Corey Wong's drummer now. And they're all, of course, sponsored by Pearl. So that's how the connection happened. But it was one of the coolest things because Pearl couldn't, because they essentially hired them out to play at this event. There's less than 500 people there at this really cool venue. And Corey Wong comes out and they do their first song. And he's just like, just a few law things to go over. I am not Corey Wong. This is not the Wong Notes. With that said, we're going to be playing a lot of Corey Wong and the Wong Note tunes tonight. It just goes right back into it because I guess there was something with the record label. There's something going on.
I love how dry Wolfpack in their
Oh,
show
dude.
because like
Yeah.
that's a great concert live in
Yeah.
Madison Square Garden where he's
Oh,
like,
man.
they're introducing everyone in the band, and they come to the song Corey Wong, and it's
Yeah.
like, and the man whose parents named him after a Wolfpack song, Corey Wong.
Yeah, it was so good though because I mean it was 2 hours of just nonstop,
Corey
vibes,
Wong's
and then it's just
so
like,
good.
all right, Dennis Chambers, he's going to play the next 5 songs with us, and it's like, dude, that's freaking awesome. So it was a really cool thing because that group of all those people probably won't play again. So that was pretty cool.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Whoa,
All right,
Derek.
we gotta read
he's
some of these
seen
comments.
some.
Can
He
you
saw
s-
Adele at
Yeah.
Caesar's Palace.
Oh man.
Whoa,
Hey, can you
that would be
scroll?
something.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll back because there was a bunch of comments. Real quick, actually, Jordan and I went to see.
Reba.
We were at the 40th anniversary PRS concert in Anaheim, and we saw John Mayer play with Mark Lettieri. And if you actually
Yeah.
go and you find that YouTube, you can actually see me and Jordan like in the 5th row there. Like there's a shot where like you actually see us just clear. So anyway,
That's
Jordan,
awesome.
super cool.
Awesome.
All right. Some guy says Reba put on a good show. Andy says,
She's just a single mom.
Oh
who
man,
works too hard.
Arcade Fire played in New Orleans,
go ahead.
and they took the show to the street and did a second line parade down Canal. Oh, that would
Oh,
been,
that's awesome.
That would've been-
Yeah,
of
that's
course
cool,
they
Andy.
did, yeah.
What's Rod say? Oh, Little River Band. Yeah. Reminiscing.
Mm-hmm.
Love that tune. And then what's Derek say? He was in Vegas for Adele's residency
Yeah.
at Caesar's Palace. Wow. That's awesome, Derek.
what Ray and Cynthia. Oh
Ooh.
yeah, what got to see Van Halen open for Montrose in
yeah.
1978.
That is pre.
Was that when Sammy Hagar was with Montrose?
Yeah, so it probably is.
wow, that's
pretty
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
That's really
Oh,
cool.
here's another fun thing. So sorry, was just thinking. My favorite band growing up was Need to Breathe. And so we decided to go and watch Need to Breathe when I was a kid, open up for this relatively unknown person named Taylor Swift. At like this small, like little place where she was still country, kind of a country artist. So that was kind of cool.
That is cool. Yeah. Rod says 38 Special was awesome in 1996 in Kansas City. Guitars and Cadillacs.
Cool.
Oh, that's in Overland Park.
OP,
right?
right,
That's
I
not
think
far
it
from the
is.
store.
Yeah.
In OP. Yeah, we have got a really cool store in Overland Park.
I bet that was.
Well, very cool. What
Man.
time is it? Is this about the end
I
of
also
it?
got to
We
see
time for
Lady
one
Gaga
more.
once, and that was surprisingly one of the not
Lady
surprisingly.
Gaga?
It was incredibly awesome. She was incredible.
Hey guys,
What's up?
come on in.
Nice Slipknot shirt.
Hey, I'll say this really quick. I was thinking about, so as you're getting into Zeppelin, a band that I hadn't thought of in forever, that the last time I was in Overland Park, I was talking to a guy up there, and we were talking about this band. And I don't know if you ever heard of them or listened to them, but Jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Jellyfish is like Queen meets the Beatles meets like grunge era rock.
I ran across them. I need to dig into that more because I remember
Yeah,
liking it a lot.
There's the one that's, I think it's Spilt Milk. It has Joining a Fan Club is the first song on there, and it's just it's just great. I mean, it's just great. Yeah, big vocal harmonies. Rod says, yes, it is. Yeah, Guitars and Cadillacs. Yeah, it's not far from the Overland Park store.
Cool.
Which, yeah, if you're ever in that neck of the woods seeing a show, go by and see Nash in Overland Park.
Yeah, I don't think they have any Cadillacs there, but we got guitars.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Nash has plenty of guitars.
Maybe something in Cadillac Green.
Oh.
What's a cool recently discovered or something that you just started getting into or listening to again, maybe?
Snap. I got to pull up the Spotify. Got to see what I've been listening to because I don't remember what I did
Take
yesterday.
care. Have a good one.
Man. Well, I can answer mine quickly because I've been getting back into it a little bit. So Tarantino did that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood a few years ago. Really, really cool. It had obviously a really, really neat soundtrack. And my favorite part of that soundtrack was when there's a part in the movie where Leonardo DiCaprio's character goes to Italy, kind of like Burt Reynolds did in the 70s, and kind of gets a career reboot, does kind of these some campy movies, but they were cool. But the songs that they played during that little era, it was almost like you're just driving down the coast with your scarf and your convertible, drinking some espresso, and it's all like instrumental.
We lost the feed.
Instrumental, but they can call it Italian lounge music, and it's actually a genre, and it is just the grooviest,
I feel like
laid
it's what
back.
going into an Olive Garden is like.
But groovy. Yeah. If the Olive Garden was actually a garden of olives in Italy, then yes. Yeah. It was cool. It's cool. 60s Italian lounge music.
60s Italian lounge music.
And
I'm
it'll
into
send
it.
you down a rabbit hole that you didn't even know you wanted
Is
to
that
go
a
down.
is that a Spotify playlist?
Kind of,
Bet you
sort of,
there
yeah.
is.
And then, yeah, it's fun. It is fun.
And we're back.
We're back. Hello. Turns out, still handsome.
Hey. Very good. Did you
Did you find your list, Jay?
Yes, not what I was listening to, but you ever listen to? If you don't listen to city pop, you need to listen to city pop. That's like the '80s Japanese kind of pop that was just like, I think his name is Tankanaka, is his name, and like just killer stuff, kind of a fusion jazz kind of thing. But what I've been getting back into is I go through my phases with heavy music where it's like I'll listen to some stuff and I won't listen to heavy stuff for a little bit, but like just got back into Iowa by Slipknot and just brutal. It's just so good and just it's just you listen to it and you just forget how much it impacted the music genre of metal, but also like it's one of those albums that's just like you feel it. You feel anger and all this stuff. And it's like it's a good catharsis record.
That's a good word.
You got really good vernacular over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I like your lingo.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of lingo, and we need to probably go ahead and wrap it up. I mean, the camera's exploding over there.
Yeah. Jordan's giving us the stop.
Hey, so
being so
want to quickly
battery
remind
swelling.
you for next Tuesday, Yamaha Guitar
Tuesday.
Events. If you are in the Springfield area,
That's
you
right.
want to be here. 7 p.m. Yamaha Guitar Event. Really cool, fun things happening. Great hang. Yamaha Guitar Event.
We're gonna
Ton of
have a
guitars here.
blast.
Absolutely. Chords and Coffee this Saturday.
Get some Learn On with Nate White.
Yeah, and actually Elijah's in this episode.
Make a quick cameo. Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
You get to see
Yeah.
me use a pick.
Yep.
So
Pretty
Did I
exciting
not
stuff.
make the cut?
Yeah, eventually you'll get there. Yeah,
You'll get there, yeah.
Chords and Coffee, 9 a.m. Central Time this Saturday. Thank you guys for the privilege of your time, for hanging out with us. We appreciate you.
weekend.
Next week we'll start the live stream up again with Monday with Danny. He's
Danny,
back.
he's back.
Yep.
He's
Tuesday
10.
is What's in the Case with Mike and Chase. Wednesdays, Mike and Nate with special guests.
Special guest?
This Wednesday.
I did not know this.
Surprise.
King.
Just
Getting
found out.
special.
Just found out. And then Thursday, Elijah and Emmett, the Smooth Hour.
smooth and smoothie.
And then Friday, we're doing this again. Chase,
Again.
he says, is that like Smashing Pumpkins? A lot heavier than
Oh yeah, no,
a little
no,
heavier
a
than
lot
that.
heavier than
Yeah.
Smashing
Yeah.
Pumpkins.
that. Yeah.
Big.
But we love you,
They're
Rod. We love
smashing.
all you guys. Have a great,
Have a great
rest of your
weekend,
day.
you guys. Thanks.
We'll see
See
you
ya.
soon.